you.
Hey, everybody. This is Tanya Barnett with Let's Chat with Tanya Barnett. I'm so excited about my guest today. I'm telling you, God has put amazing women in my space. I don't care how old you are, how young you are, what your business is. You need to connect. You need to get involved. You need to share this video. You need to stay to the end because you will meet some amazing women tonight. We have a huge lineup for this week. No woman is greater or smaller than the other. We all have our own gifts where God has placed us in this space. And so I'm very excited to have none other. Hey, there's Candace. Hey, Candace. I have none other than MOMpreneur, Kierra Wagstaff of KMW Exclusive. So welcome.
Hi, Tanya. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And this platform that you've created for other moms as well.
Oh, no. Priscilla says she can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Candace, can you hear us? Can someone type in if you can hear us? Okay, Candace is saying, hey, she loves this, so I'm assuming she can hear us. Priscilla, check your volume settings, maybe. Anybody else? I see there's a couple of people already on the video. We just need to know if you guys can hear us, if you ladies can hear us. Okay, Candace says she can hear. So Priscilla, check your volume settings to see if you're on your phone or your computer. Just check that. Okay, she says you can hear us now. Awesome. Yay! So if you are jumping on this Facebook Live, this is the Let's Chat with Tanya Barnett show. I am super excited to have Kierra on here, and I am going to let her introduce herself. Now y'all see how she just bust out the mug, right? I love it. Like, mug. Go to my website.
I love you too.
I love it. So welcome and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Kierra Wagstaff of KMWExclusive.com. I'm also the host of DTLR's Pretty Girl Radio. I'm 28. I'll be 29 in a few weeks. Yay! So in 2010, I graduated from Temple University with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, which is completely different, Tanya, from what I'm doing right now. Right?
Yes.
So when I graduated, I moved from Philly back to Baltimore, and I started working for a private defense attorney in downtown Baltimore, and I had money, I had a car, I had an apartment. I was set graduated from college, right? Only I was comfortable. I grew comfortable, and I grew comfortable very, very fast.
Wow.
And after I had my daughter, I stayed in that comfort zone. So 4 years later, I realized that I wasn't living in God's purpose for my life. That
Amen.
No matter if I had my daughter, I wasn't truly fulfilled. It wasn't something that I wanted to do anymore. So I had a conversation. It was actually an evaluation with my boss at the time, who's still an amazing person. And he challenged me. And nobody had ever challenged me. Even though I wasn't feeling fulfilled, nobody had ever said to me, Kierra, what else do you want to do in life? Right? And at that moment, he was like, what else do you want to do? This is not what you really want to do. And so at that moment, I start to sit back and kind of think. And I realized that I didn't want to be in that space that I was in. And so he's like, the worst thing that anybody will ever be able to tell you in life is no, right? And if they tell you no, it's just no for them. You're going to get a yes down the line, all right? So about 2 months after that, I started my entertainment and lifestyle blog site, KMW Exclusive, and it was a struggle, Tanya. I didn't know where to go, what to do, and thankfully, God placed great people around me who were able to guide me, and Candace is actually one of them. Candace, she's like the reason for a lot of the different things that happened in my career.
Amen.
Initially, so yeah. Once he placed those key players around me, I was able to take off.
Awesome. Well, since we're talking about entrepreneurship and you said you have a lovely child in your life, how are you managing the different things that you're doing? So you have your blog. I was on there today and I saw the 10 trap music songs for Pretty Girls. I was like, I tried. I was like, I tried. Okay. I was like, maybe I'm just not in that genre anymore. You know, I'm still back with LL and Big Daddy Kane, you know. So
I like LL too, Tanya.
So how do you manage your businesses? How do you manage that and maintain being a mommy and being present?
Two things. I have a schedule, number one. I
Okay.
live by a schedule each and every
Okay.
day. I wouldn't be able to survive without one, my passion planner. And then I try to be present wherever I am.
Okay.
So if I'm at work, I'm present at work. If I'm home, I'm present home. But mainly it's through my schedule.
Okay.
Candace always says, if it's not in the book, then it's not real. And that's the truth. I put
Okay.
everything in my schedule. So that's how I'm able to really maintain things in my life and just always trying to find balance. I work a lot at night. If you follow me, this is my daughter busting in right now. But if
Okay, but we're mommypreneurs, so we can say hi to her. That's what we do.
if you follow me, then you'll see that I try to work throughout the night. So when she gets out of school at 3 o'clock, from 3 to whatever time she goes to bed, probably about 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm like offline. And then from 9 to 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm working. It's because I work throughout the night because of everything else I have going on throughout the day.
Wow. Okay. So with that, so you're working, then baby girl comes home, you put her down, then you're working again. How do you find time for yourself?
Once in a while, I'll go out. After work, I'll go out for a happy hour.
Okay.
Or I do something that relaxes me. Like right now, I'm reading a Toya Wright's book. So maybe for an hour, 30 minutes, I'll read a book or something to just wind me down. And there are some nights when I'm just like, I cannot do it. And I have to take off and I have to go to sleep and get that much needed me time. But I enjoy work so much that I really don't mind it, Tanya. I really love what I do a lot. So half of the time I don't really look at it as if it's work. I'm having so much fun doing it, and I'm surrounded by so many great people who also love what they're doing. Because see, that's key. Once you're around people who love what they're doing as much as you love it, it makes the job so much easier. So.
Absolutely. I need to have my daughter on here. She's 25 and she is a thriving photographer.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna make sure I'm just gonna share this with her on Facebook. She's in the Coast Guard, but her heart is the arts, and so she now does Polaroid portraits. And her clientele are drag queens, so she goes to their shows and catches the behind the scenes parts of the shows where they're putting on their makeup with a Polaroid. And I'm telling you, I was just like, wow.
That's amazing.
Yes, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So I'm going to make sure she watches you and see what she can manage. Awesome. So tell us a little bit more about KMW Exclusive and what that entails.
Okay, so KMW Exclusive is my entertainment and lifestyle site that I started in 2014, and we provide exclusive news coverage, interviews, red carpet coverage, those sorts of things to our viewers. Yeah, and so it's I don't like to compare it to Nicole B. I don't know if you know Nicole, XO Nicole, but it's something similar to Nicole's site. Only I'm trying to shift a little bit more because I feel like God just likes to challenge me, right? So initially it was just all about entertainment, really. So I'm in the process of battling, having this fight with myself about not wanting to be in everybody's business all the time. So I am transitioning to more of lifestyle. So since you've been to my site, you see that I post a lot of lifestyle stories. Talking about dating, because as a female entrepreneur, I'm single, so it's kind of hard to date, balancing everything that I have going on with finding time to go on a date and stuff. So I talk about dating. I talk about being a single mom a lot. I have people ask me questions, and then I'll answer questions about, finding me time and those sorts of things. So I'm trying to shift a little bit more into lifestyle. And also because I've realized that for some reason, young people, when I talk, they like to listen. I still don't get it. But when I talk, the young people like to listen. A lot of my emails now are from young people asking for mentorship or just somebody to listen to, I had one girl just recently email me about the teen bullying situation, how she's in Atlanta, and she emailed me about going through some situation with her boyfriend when she was attempting to commit suicide. So I'm like, these kids are really listening to me now. So I want to actually use the platform that I have to kind of speak positivity over their lives and into them, not so much negative, still a little bit entertainment because I love the juice, Tanya.
Okay.
But more, I'm shifting my site more to lifestyle things now.
Awesome, awesome. So where do you see you? Okay, so you said you'll be 28 this year, or you'll
I'll
be
be
29?
29. I'll
You'll
be
be
29.
29. Okay, so one more year before the big 3-0.
No.
Let me tell you something. I cried on my 30th
I'm
birthday.
gonna cry. I'm not ready.
But you know what? I enjoy my 40s. I really, really I have 3 years till my baby is out the house. Me and my husband are like, yes. We're young. I mean, we're
Yeah.
young parents. So,
Yeah.
I had my daughter. I was pregnant with my daughter when I was 19. So my husband and I are young parents. So
Yeah.
we are ready. I'm like, I've been a parent a long time. So with that being said, you're about to be 29, where do you see KMW exclusives being when you're like 35? Because you change and you evolve and things of that nature.
Well, I have a lot going on right now. KMW exclusive is just one of the many things that I have going on.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm the host of DTLR's Pretty Girl Radio.
Okay.
I'm also a part of the Table Talk Show, which is going to be hosted on We Are TV. It's the first talk show in the DMV area, and
What?
yes. So we are filming right now. It will be released in June. So I have that going on KMW.
Okay.
Pretty Girl Radio, the Table Talk Show. Then I have the book that I'm working on. So I decided to do a blogging ebook, which is completely done. However, it has not been released.
Okay.
And it hasn't been released because I also want to do a book about my life and just about the things I went through growing up as a teenager, feeling like I had nobody to talk to when I did have somebody to talk to, those sorts of things. So I wanted to talk to the younger generation. So I'm working on that right now. And I have the blog code. And so the blog code is something that my business partner, Rarole of Rarole.com, and I put together. And basically, it's a 5-city mini series tour. And what we do is we have panelists come on and talk about how to start a blog, how to find a blog site, how to brand yourself correctly, just connecting. It's just a networking opportunity, not only for men, but for women as well.
Awesome.
And so we're going to Atlanta. We were supposed to go to Atlanta June 3rd, but things happen in business.
Yeah.
And I just got word today that the June 3rd date will not work. So we're shooting for July 1st in Atlanta, and then after Atlanta will be Philadelphia. But we actually kicked off March the 25th in Washington D.C. It was a huge success. It was at Cuba Libre. We had amazing people come out, nothing but great reviews. It was jam-packed. So cool. Yeah, this journey, it's just been an amazing journey. So I have a lot going on. So hopefully in my 30s, it'll only get bigger. I don't limitations on my life because God has placed no limitations.
I know that's right. Absolutely. Yes. See, now we can pass the collection plate. Put your PayPal in there so we can get an offering. I love it. I love it. I love it. So do you include your baby girl in any of the things that you do? Like if you're going out to do an event, or are there any things that you can include her in? Because I know for some entrepreneurs, some of the other moms that were on last week, they talked about how they include their children. So Pam, of course, by nature, she said her kids were helping with some things. Rita's kids were packing boxes and stuff like that. So do you include her so that she feels like she's part of what you have going on, or is mommy separate from all the other things you have going on?
Right now, she's separate from everything else that I have going on. Not to say she's not watching me, because she watches everything that I do.
Okay. How old is she?
She's 6.
Okay, 6. Okay.
So she watches everything that I do right now, and like I said, she tries to mimic everything. But as of right now, I keep her separate.
Okay.
However, I am still trying to find that happy medium. Like everything it's a work in progress. So balancing everything a little bit at a time. So I'm still trying to find the happy medium and try to incorporate her in maybe some of the events, but most of the events that I go to are adult events. So it's the red carpets. I can't take her to the red carpet.
Right.
Those sorts of things, the networking brunches and stuff like that. I can't take her to that. But when there are events, like I know there's a lot of upcoming events this summer. TLR is going to be focused around children and youth. So I'll probably take her to the community events. But other than that, no, it's kind of separate right now.
Okay. Awesome. So what is one obstacle that you had to overcome personally to be the woman that you are today? Realizing that I am enough, right?
Okay, I think that. I think that we are so hard on ourselves
Mm-hmm.
all the time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we like to tell ourselves that we are not good enough, that
Mm.
we can't do it. And it could be because we're seeing somebody else online who's doing it and it's great at it, but we don't understand that they weren't great all the time,
Right.
right? We try
Mm-hmm.
to be where they are, but we can't. And so I think that for me, for a while, and even to this day, sometimes I will cry. I am a big baby. Let me tell you. I may put a picture up with this person and that person, but the behind the scenes stuff is tough at times. And so
Right.
I cry a lot, and sometimes I kind of talk myself out of a lot of opportunities and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
different things because I feel like I'm not prepared, and not
Right.
really putting my faith in God. I just recently I fast once in a while, but I just recently went through a fast, and the
Mm-hmm.
purpose of the fast was basically to reconnect with God on a deeper level, because for
Mm-hmm.
a while I was putting so much faith into, or just so much into humans and what humans could do for me, instead of realizing
Wow.
that all I had to do was depend on God and he would make everything possible for me. So
Amen.
I think that
Mm-hmm.
that's a big obstacle that I face still today.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I just don't think that I'm enough. Like, even getting on here and speaking with you, I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? I get on the radio every day and it is easy. I talk to people every day and it is easy. And I'm like, what am I going to say to her? What is she going to ask me? So it's just kind of facing your fears. And somebody else helped me with that. Shonda Rhimes. You know
Uh-huh.
Shonda.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And she has the whole yes thing,
Yes,
right?
I love
How
her
she did
book.
the
Mm-hmm.
year of yes. And everything that scared her, she just said yes to it, right?
Right.
And so that kind of pops in my mind when I'm fearful of things. It's just like telling yourself yes, and saying daily affirmations, you are enough. God has given you everything that you need to fulfill what he has for you, as long as you are
Amen.
living his purpose for your life and not your own, right? So
Right.
yeah,
Girl,
that's
let
just
me tell you something. Y'all, I'm telling you, this is wisdom from someone who is 28. And I'm not knocking your age, but I'm just saying a lot of women struggle. I mean, I struggled with who I was, feeling like I was enough, going into my 40th birthday. And it wasn't until the catalyst for me was losing my hair. And then from there, it was like, okay, I can no longer identify myself with my hair. I have to really find out who I am. And so
absolutely.
being bald, and people ask me, do you have cancer? I really had to dig deep and say, who am I?
Mm-hmm.
So in doing that, then I was able to find myself. So I applaud you at 28 that you know
Yeah.
who you are, you know whose you are,
Yeah.
because a lot of women your age don't know. And I just think it's just fantastic. So you are inspiring me.
Oh,
I'm gonna start doing my emailing. I posted today that I was really struggling, that I fell short of a choice, of a deadline actually that my coach gave me. And before I came on here, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this done. And the tribe got in there. I got a call at 7 a.m. saying, girl, I saw your Facebook post. What's going on? What are we doing?
yeah.
What do you need me to
Yeah.
do? How can I help you? And so it's really important, because at that time I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to hear no, like you talked about. I didn't want to hear no if I send these emails out. But it was like, okay, if I don't send them out, it's no anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And even if it is a no, like I said, it's just a no for that 1 second.
right,
But maybe that was an opportunity that you weren't meant to have.
right. Absolutely.
And you have to be okay with that as well.
And I've gotten yeses since I've sent that email. I was like, my phone was pinging. I was like, yes. But the fear, I mean, that fear is like really, it's like you can feel.
It's crippling.
It is crazy.
Yes. Fear, it's really crippling, but you have to have enough willpower to overcome it, right? So yeah, and I tell my mentees all the time about the power of I am. Like, if you keep telling yourself something every day, you are going to believe it.
Right.
It's going to be a part of your thought process then.
Right.
Not to say that as a human, you're not going to feel doubt, but you have to have something that's in the back of your mind that's willing to step in as soon as fear or doubt sets in.
Right. And I didn't do that. I played around with it. I'm just being honest. I was like, well, yeah. And I did doubt myself, like my abilities and things of that nature. Even doing this series, I was just really nervous about being live and things of that nature. And I'll go and support everybody else, but I'm like, well, I don't know if I could do it. And it just really has exploded to this beautiful platform.
This is amazing. Like I said, you have some pretty incredible people on here. One being Mia Wright. I love her. I love her. You know, she's Rita's amazing. You have some pretty amazing people on here, so you're doing a very great job.
Oh, thank you, sis. Thank you. So I heard you say something about a book.
Yes. Okay. So, like I said, I did my ebook.
Okay.
So I did that. It's complete. It's not out, but something in me is telling me that I need to write a book about just me growing up, everything that I went through as a teenager, like dating and not really feeling complete until I was in college, like not being okay with who I was on the outside until I was in college and looking for love in all the wrong places. I just need to get it out there.
Right.
For the young girls, because like I said, when I don't understand why they want to listen to me, Tanya. but I'm gonna take advantage of the platform that God has given to me because I'm here for a reason, you know. And then I also have the If My Tatas Could Talk, which is my breast cancer awareness event. Last year was the very first one, so I'm actually working on the second one.
Okay.
And basically, it's in memory of my grandmother. She actually died from breast cancer. So what I do is I try every year to connect with a smaller organization, and all the proceeds that we get from that event, we donate it to that organization. So the very first year, it wasn't an event. We just took out Mia Wright and Shay Sharp to dinner and presented them with checks. For their education. And last year we had a paint and sip, and I was in DC. And the ladies got to come out for free and paint and eat and just enjoy each other's company. And what we do is we have survivors come out and they'll tell their stories. One of them even she did like a monologue about what the feeling was while she was going through the entire process. And we actually donated all the proceeds to Shay Sharp's Pink Wishes, and it was around the holidays, so Shay was actually able to help a family with the money that we donated. I think we got $500 for Shay last year. So we just hope for it to expand each and every year. So we don't try to go for the bigger organizations. We want to go for the smaller ones who aren't getting that much recognition and really need the help.
Absolutely. So, absolutely. That is fantastic. And where can we find information about that event?
Well, that information will be coming out very soon. After I get off here, I'm actually getting on a call with Morgan, who's actually a part of it. So we're going to talk about that and sponsorships, and I'll definitely send that information over to you when it is available. It's going to be in October, around the 20th of October.
Okay. So Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Okay. Awesome. And I would love to have you back to interview you about that event and everything.
Absolutely.
That'd be fantastic. Fantastic. Awesome. So for someone who is, say, struggling in being an entrepreneur and being a mom, what advice would you give them, especially if they're like, you know what, I just can't do this anymore. It's too much. My kids want me. My husband want me. My businesses are taking up too much time. I can't go to bed at 4 o'clock like here. What advice would you give somebody like that who's just at her wits end, just like, I'm ready to throw in the towel?
Well, first of all, she needs to find that works for them. Create a schedule that works for them and be present. I am so strong on that. You have to really be present. When you are at work, you need to be present at work. When you are home, be present at home. You cannot bring your work life home. You have to be present in all areas of life. And like I said, just find something that works for them. Working throughout the night might not work for you. Maybe you need to work from 11 to 2 or 11 to 1. You know, you just have to play around with the different schedules and find something that actually works for you, and then just be present in all areas of life, right? Especially if you have kids, because they really recognize when you aren't there. You know, spend the time to play with them, spend the time to do their homework with them, put them to bed. Don't be putting them to bed thinking about how you got to answer your phone. I know it's hard, but you just really have to find something that works for you, because I can't tell you what's going to work for you. You have to figure that out. And I played around with times for a while, but find something that works for you and just consciously be present in all areas of life. Wherever
That's
you are, keep
good.
your work comfortable. If you're spending time with your family, if you are on a business retreat, be present where you are.
Right, right. And that's so key, because what I had to do for me is, at the beginning, my kids were a little younger, and so I had a little bit more freedom. But now that my daughter's going to her senior year of high school, I had to say no to some future events that are coming up, because I do want to be present. So when she has senior pictures, there's not a conflict because I got to be at this conference or whatever, because I don't know when senior picture day is and things of that nature. And so really, and I committed that to her. I told her, look, I'm an entrepreneur. I have a nonprofit. I have, this. But I want to make sure anything that I do. So I am prepared mentally and emotionally to be able to say no. And I think that's really important for a lot of women, is that we're taught and we're groomed to always say yes. And, because that's what good women do.
No, we talked about before we got on here, the Steve Harvey conference that I actually attended this year. It was my first time attending, and I had made a vow to attend every single year. It was so amazing. And one thing that I learned from that conference is no is a complete sentence. You do not have to give an explanation as to why you are saying no for anything. And it's very important, especially if you're an entrepreneur, to say no, to turn down some opportunities and not feel bad for saying no.
Right. So, and even turn it down when people are asking you, because I've gotten several little kids' birthday parties, and I'm like, yo, I got teenagers, so I can't come to your 2-year-old party.
I just need to rest.
And so what I find is some people start to get offended, because I used to say yes to everything, and now they're having a hard time with me saying no. And I'm trying to, even down to my mama, she used to come up or call me and say, hey, I'm on my way. I'll be up there this weekend. And so when she'd get here, I want you to take me to Burlington and Ross, and I want to go shopping. Now I'm like, Mom, look, you have to get on my calendar. And I don't mean to sound rude, but it's like, if you get on my calendar, then I know when you come, that time is just for you. I'm not splitting that time between on the computer, on my phone, or whatever. And so I think that's really important. How do you set up boundaries with, say, your family and with your baby girl?
Well, like I said, every day.
Okay.
So I just want my family to tell me a week. Like, tell me at least a week in advance, because I get emails about an event or interview or whatever. So just tell me at least a week in advance if we have something to do, so that I can make sure that I let them know, look, I'm not available, or I need to block out this specific time period just in case something comes up. Now, I just need to know. If I don't know, then I'm going to the event.
Right. Right.
It has to be in my schedule. It really has to be in my schedule.
Right.
If it's not in my schedule, I honestly cannot do it. I even pencil in, wake up, take my daughter to school, take her to everything is in my schedule. It has to be. It has to be. I think schedule is very important for moms, for female entrepreneurs, period.
Right. You
have to have a schedule.
Right. Wow, that is so good. Because I know one of the ladies last week, she was like, I can't tell my mom no. And I was just like, Mama gonna drive you crazy.
I tell my mama no. But see, my mom is also a business owner. So me telling her no isn't something foreign to her, because she understands that I can't be everywhere all the time, because she's the same way.
Right. Wow. So leave my audience with one word, verse, scripture, song, something that keeps you motivated, where you just meditate on that, whether it's a song. I know one person said, what was her song? It was Closer by Guapale. I love that song.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, I love her too. So, what is a song, a verse, a quote that just keeps you going on those moments where you just like, I have no more to give?
God will do exceedingly abundantly above all that I ask or think, because I honor him. Ephesians 3:20, I said every single day.
Yes.
I said every day. His blessings will overtake me. I will be in the right place at the right time. This is my declaration. That is something that I say every day.
Wow. That is fantastic. I love it. Because I think it's important to have a mantra too focused on. Mine is all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and called according to His purpose. And then when my son was getting his black belt, we paid for 4 years of four classes per week. Black belt is not cheap. So if you have a kid who wants to get a black belt, 4 years, going 4 days a week, every single week for 4 years.
Oh goodness!
But the mantra was discipline, finish what you start. And so a lot of times, when I get weary or I'm just like, I'm like, finish what you start, discipline, finish what you start, discipline, finish what you start. And then that helps me keep going. It just helps me keep going because it's like, I want to be a finisher, and that's even in the Bible that He'll finish a good work that He started in you. So, but I got to do my part.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
How can He finish if I'm not doing any work?
Absolutely. Got to put in work. Faith without works is dead. Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's Priscilla. She is next up, following behind. So I am just honored again for having you on here. You really just blessed me so much. Wow. I mean, just to see a young lady your age is very focused, and to be able to pour into me is just fantastic. And you need to be on every billboard so our girls can see you. But I'm serious. Our girls need to see somebody like you, somebody who has a relationship with God, somebody who has wisdom, someone who is grinding, someone who is working, someone who's taking care of her responsibilities, and not accounting on other people to help her out and make excuses. I know, when I had my daughter, my cousins made excuses as to why they got pregnant at the same time I did, but my parents were like, yo, that's your baby, you gonna take care of her, you gonna make it work, and that's just what I had to do. And so I just think it's just amazing that you're doing that, because the media doesn't show us women like you anymore. They show women who are fighting and cussing each other out and all that other stuff. We don't see women like you. So I am inspired by you. I'm honored that you said yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I
really appreciate you.
Oh, thank you. And I would definitely have you back on here so that we could talk about the Tatas. What was it again?
If My Tatas Could Talk. It's going down in October.
Okay. If My Tatas Can Talk. Okay, awesome. So if you are just now joining us or you're catching us on the replay, please make sure you go all the way back, watch the whole entire interview with Kierra. She just really has dropped some knowledge, some wisdom. She is this is our future, y'all. And I'm not old, but I'm just saying, she's our future. This is what the future looks like. If you have some teenage daughters, if you have young daughters, I'm serious. You really need to, and you do mentor, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So she does mentor. So if you're just struggling with your teenager communicating and things of that nature, please reach out to her so that your daughter can be inspired by her. And if you love what you saw today, make sure you catch me on Praise 106.1 in Baltimore on the FM dial in July 9th. I will be broadcasting Let's Chat with Tanya Barnett show. Yay, I'm so excited. I know. That is all God. It's all Him. It is just really Him. So I'm very excited about that. But we will have more interviews just like this on Praise 106.1 in Baltimore, praisebaltimore.com. And you can catch it on TuneIn starting July 9th. And Kierra, I thank you so much for being on here. And
thank you.
Thank you. And I cannot wait to have our next guest, Priscilla Q. Williams. So get you something to drink. Go refresh your glass. Make you a sandwich, something. Put the kids to bed. If y'all have some kids that gotta get to bed. And make sure you come back to catch Priscilla. And I appreciate you. And we'll talk to you later. Thank you.